Hi, welcome back. This is the third installment of Low Desire. What causes it and what can you do about it? So in this episode or video, I'm going to talk about the third element that I really see commonly come in for women, and that is interpersonal issues. So that's between you and your partner. And there are any number of things that bring this in. Specifically, I see frequently resentment being a big deal. So resentment might be about the relationship responsibilities, who does what, feeling like it's unfair, like there's a power imbalance or there's a responsibility imbalance. And so that creates resentment. And that might be anything, not even sex related, right? That might be around caretaking of kids or general household responsibilities, whatever, but there is resentment that is sort of brewing in the partnership, and it's not getting addressed, it's not getting expressed, it's certainly not getting resolved. If you're in that headspace, you're not likely to want sex, right? If you feel kind of like mad at them for something, even if it's a low level, just like, frustration, that's not an environment that desire resides. It's just not. So it makes some sense that if you're holding on to resentment, that you might need to address it. So the ways that I frequently see as valuable for addressing low desire, specifically related to resentment, would be writing about it. So if you just took some time to journal about it, or even write them a letter that you do not send, right? You're just getting it all out, saying all the things that helps you organize your thoughts. That might be a really good way to just sort of take down some of the tension that just sort of lives in you and understand it. Ideally, you address it with your partner, and that might need to happen in couples therapy, or maybe if you've got enough of a rapport that you can do it one-on-one with each other. But I do find that resentment is such a desire killer. So a second thing that tends to come up is just tension between couples. And that's tension after an argument. Now, some people like make-up sex. Sometimes it's like, ooh, the relationship, was a little bit threatened by the argument and by the coming apart in that moment. And so then make-up sex kind of helps it reestablish. But many women don't feel that way. Actually, after an argument, they don't feel like they want anything to do with the other person. So addressing tension between you is going to be important. So think about maybe what goes unsaid. Think about what you wish your partner knew. And it doesn't mean you're going to get everything you want, but at least addressing some of this stuff is going to start to help, because it's really hard for you to want to be vulnerable and you to be playful and silly and open and creative, which is what the sexual space is. It's hard to be that way if you're feeling kind of the residual tension or upset. Distrust is another piece, and distrust can come because your partner doesn't do what they say they're going to do. It can also come certainly from infidelity. That is a big one. After infidelity, typically the foundation is kind of rocked. And infidelity could be like actually physically being with somebody. It can also, for some people, just be an emotional affair, say with a coworker, or maybe the partner's got a porn habit that feels totally like it distracts them, and it feels like it takes them out of the relationship. So distrust, big desire killer. So if that is happening, check in with yourself. Do you trust your partner? The other piece that is interpersonal specifically is low relationship satisfaction. That might be generally you're just not that excited. You don't have fun together. You're not proud of them. You don't enjoy their company, that type of thing, or you don't feel seen or known by your partner. So in that case, I'm going to suggest maybe some couples therapy, or maybe the two of you get together and try to figure out, how do we find each other again? What do we both enjoy? Like, how can we cultivate a relationship together that feels more rewarding? Because when you have shared meetings, shared projects, that type of thing, it tends to start to spark some of that interest and some of that organic sexual desire. The other thing that I'm going to say is low satisfaction can sometimes happen because of logistics. Like, you don't like the quality of the sex you've been having. And that doesn't mean you don't like your partner. Maybe you love your partner and you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you don't like their sexual approach. Like, constantly I hear from women that they don't really get that much pleasure out of it because their partner doesn't pay attention to their body. They don't accept feedback. They don't read the signals. And this can get like compounded over years and years, where maybe your partner doesn't understand that you don't even like penetration, or maybe they don't understand that you need more foreplay, you need more attention to other parts of your body, including your mind. So Emily Nagoski says, and I love this, right? It's not just that maybe you don't like sex, maybe you don't like the sex that you're having. The quality of the sex that you're having isn't great. And so that is a different issue. That's more of a sex therapy issue. But any of these things can be addressed. It's just a matter of first you understanding your own self. What is getting in the way? What is different? And sometimes it's just you're busy, your life has changed, whatever. But interpersonally, a lot of times the factors are there's residual tension, or there's just like if you can remember back to another relationship where you had great sex, I would challenge you to ask why. Now, if it's the beginning and it was just a short-lived thing, then that's sort of not apples to apples. But if you had a longer-term relationship and the sex was really good and satisfying for you over a longer period of time, what was happening that made that possible? Because that is going to inform how your current partnership could be better. Like, do you need a different type of approach? Do you need a different type of frequency, different time of day? Like, what do you need? What do you know about yourself that helps put you in a place where you are more primed to want contact or intimacy or, erotic time together, which doesn't always have to look like one type of sex. So in the Pleasure Circle, it's a 6-week program and it's limited to 10 participants. We unpack all of this. Each week I give you like a little mini lecture, and then we have exercises to sort of deepen this so that you can understand for yourself what is at play here. And then we talk about it. I know it's scary to talk about it with other women, but it's so incredibly empowering too, because you hear other women echo things that you feel and sometimes articulate things that you hadn't realized that you were feeling. And it's really, really powerful. So it's such a wonderful community. I'm about to gear up to run another one, and I would love for you to be part of it. So head on over to pleasureproject.us and look at the Pleasure Circle, and you can sign up there. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and stay tuned for more videos.